You work hard your whole life. Then one day, you're 60, and suddenly the question hits you. Is this really all I get? You look at your pension statement. Maybe a small 401k, some savings, maybe you're still working part-time, but when you try to do the math, it doesn't add up. Not to the life you pictured anyway. You're not broke, but you're not free either. And here's the worst part. You feel like you missed the window to fix it. What if I told you that's not true? What if there were small moves right now that could unlock more pension income, more peace of mind, and more freedom than you thought possible? Let me show you how. Because the difference between just taking what they give you and making it work for you can be thousands of dollars a year and a lot more sleep at night. Let's start with the lie most people believe, that your pension is set in stone. You pick a date, you take what's offered. Done. But the truth, you have more control than you think, and the system is more flexible than it looks. Here's the first shift. Time is leverage. Let me explain. Let's say your full retirement age is 67. You're thinking about taking your pension at 62. It's tempting, right? You're tired, you've earned it. But here's what they don't emphasize. For every year you wait, your monthly payout can increase significantly. Sometimes by 6 to 8% per year. Let that sink in. If your monthly pension at 62 would be $1,500, waiting until 67 might mean $2,000 or more every single month for life. Now, I'm not saying everyone should wait, but I am saying know your numbers. Here's where the magic starts. You don't have to guess. You can request something called a retirement estimate statement directly from your pension provider. Most people don't, but you should. Because this little document gives you custom projections based on different retirement ages. You might find out that waiting just 18 months boosts your income by hundreds per month, or that retiring a little earlier than planned barely makes a difference at all. Either way, you get clarity, and clarity equals power. So here's your first action step. Call or email your pension provider and say this: I'd like to request a full benefit estimate based on several retirement ages. That's it. No special language, no lawyer needed. Just ask. Now, here's where it gets better. You can also ask for something else, something almost no one knows about. It's called the pension option breakdown. When you retire, you're often given choices: lump sum, single life annuity, joint and survivor. Each one comes with trade-offs, and each one affects how much money hits your bank account each month. But guess what? Most people just pick what sounds safest, and that's where they lose out. Let me show you. Imagine you choose the joint and survivor option because it protects your spouse if you pass away. Smart, right? But if your spouse has her own retirement income, or you have a life insurance policy in place, that option might cost you hundreds less every month for a safety net you don't even need. Now that's not a bad choice. But it is a blind choice if you didn't know the trade-off. Here's the insight. Each pension option is a risk calculation. Your job isn't to avoid risk. Your job is to understand what makes the most sense for your life. And when you see the actual numbers side by side, monthly income under each option, the best path forward often becomes obvious. That's why asking for the option breakdown is so powerful. It puts you in the driver's seat. Now let's talk about your 401k or IRA, because this is the other half of the puzzle. A lot of people assume I'll just draw from that when I need it. But without a plan, that money can disappear faster than you think. So here's a shift. Treat your retirement accounts like a bridge. Let's say you want to delay your pension to increase your monthly payout. You can use your 401k to fill the gap for 1 or 2 years while you wait for that pension to hit its peak. Yes, your balance goes down temporarily, but the income you're buying yourself later can far outweigh that cost. In other words, you're using short-term flexibility to lock in long-term security. That's a smart trade. And while we're here, If you're still working part-time, even just 10 hours a week, you might not need to touch your savings at all. Every dollar you don't withdraw this year is another dollar that can grow, compound, or cover you later. Now let's pause. You might be thinking, okay, this sounds good, but isn't it too late for all this? Let me tell you a quick story. One man I spoke to, let's call him Joe, was 61, divorced, working a little. He was ready to just take his pension at 62 and be done with it. But something felt off. He requested a full benefits estimate, saw how much more he could get by waiting 2 years. Not a fortune, but enough to feel a difference. He also reviewed his pension options and realized the safe joint survivor plan didn't actually serve him. He had no one relying on his income, so he changed his selection, kept working part-time to cover basic costs, drew nothing from his 401k. And then, here's the twist, he found out his pension plan offered a recalculation based on late career earnings. He'd never heard of it. It was called a final average salary adjustment. Because he'd kept working part-time, his pension was recalculated higher by nearly $180 a month. That's over $2,000 more per year for doing almost nothing different. One email unlocked it. He told me, I almost missed this by just saying yes too soon. That's the moment it clicked for me. Retirement is not a one-time decision. It's a set of levers, and the sooner you learn where they are, the smoother your future becomes. So if you're feeling unsure right now, you're not behind, you're right on time. Let's recap your next moves. Step 1. Request your pension estimate across multiple retirement ages. See what's possible. Step 2. Ask for the breakdown of payout options and review what fits your actual life, not just what sounds safe. Step 3. Think of your savings or part-time work as tools to buy flexibility, so you don't have to rush. And if your provider offers final salary adjustments or re-estimates based on late work, ask about it. Because sometimes, just staying in the system earns you more than you think. None of this is about gambling. It's about being deliberate, being informed, and maybe for the first time, feeling like you're the one steering the ship. You don't have to settle, you don't have to rush, and you don't have to just take what they give you. Because when you start asking the right questions, you get better answers. And that's how peace of mind starts. Not with a huge check or a perfect plan, but with one clear choice at a time. You've made it this far. You can make it the rest of the way.